Welcome to the video. Today we're going to be showing you the best game week 11 team for Fantasy Premier League. Of course, it is going to, normally I would have Jack Grealish in the team, but Newcastle versus Aston Villa has unfortunately been postponed. So it means I've used my free hit because I had multiple players. I had Jeff Hendrick, Konsa, and Jack Grealish. Well, Hendrick was on my bench, but But anyway, we are going to go through the team. I hope you enjoy the video, guys. And this, in my opinion, is definitely the best team. Starting off in goal, we have Kasper Schmeichel for 5.5 mil. It is a pricey goalkeeper to have on the team, but when the defence is so cheap, I think it's definitely worth it. 5.5 mil. Look at his new next fixtures: Sheffield United and Brighton. That's why I've got the maximum of 3 Leicester players in my starting 11. Moving on to, the right back in this team and the right back for Chelsea. Reece James, 5.1 million, 47 points this year. Got Leeds, and they got Everton, and then Wolves. Everton's defence is looking shaky, so I'm sure he likes to get back and get forward, so he helps with the defence and does get forward with assists, and sometimes sneaks in a little goal. So I think Reece James is a very cheap, good centre-back instead of you buying Robertson or someone like that. Moving on to one of the centre-backs, but actually the right-back again for Leicester City, we have James Justin. He was, I think, 4.5 mil at the start of the season, and he's already gone up to 4.9. 23.6% selected. That's how good he is. 35 points. Sheffield United and then Brighton. 2 extremely easy games there for Leicester. And I know they lost against Fulham, but there's no way that I doubt Sheffield United aren't really a team known for goal scoring. So I reckon they will definitely sneak the win. Well, not just sneak the win, but will definitely get the win in that game. Moving on to the most expensive, which is quite expensive, 6.2 million. I already had him, and I had him for 6 million when I got him. But 6.2 million, Benjamin Chilwell, Leeds United at home. The left back of Chelsea, and that's pretty much what I said about James. Other than Chilwell, will get even more goal contributions than that. And I'm sure they will get a clean sheet. And moving on to, again, this is the third right back in the back four. And we will go for Kyle Walker-Peters. Probably the best selection you can pick in defence. 4.6 million. That is 4.6 million for a defender that's got 35 points this season. Playing Brighton and then Sheffield United. There's no way they're not winning those games. And Kyle Walker-Peters, he's more of a defensive, but he does get forward a bit and will get you definitely a good amount of points. Now moving on to the captain in the team, starting off with our first of the 3 midfielders. We have Kevin De Bruyne versus Fulham. I have also gone and put someone else from City in the midfield, but Kevin De Bruyne, I think, against Fulham, there's just, there's no way that he's not going to score points. There's no way he's going to get assists, isn't going to get goals. And just after last week's performance, it shows that Kevin De Bruyne and Manchester City are back to battering poor teams, and Fulham are definitely one of these poor teams that I see City scoring 4, 5, 6 goals against. Moving on to the next player. Look at the points he's already got this season. 74 points this season. Bruno Fernandes. Honestly, when I had him in, he's got so many points for me. He's probably got about 30 points for me this season. But as soon as I take him out for 1 week and put in someone else, let's say Son doesn't get points and Fernandes goes and scores 13 points. So I have to get Fernandes back in the team. He's just too good to not be using in fantasy football at 10.9 mil. Personally, scores penalties, but he's not just penalties. He's assists and goals, and gets the clean sheet bonus if Man United do get the clean sheet. So for 10.9 mil, I think he's better and less of a risk than Salah or Mane or Sterling, people that expensive, and maybe even better than De Bruyne, but not for this game week, just purely because De Bruyne is playing against Fulham. We've gone to the last midfielder. This midfield, I think, costs almost 30 mil, which is a lot. It's an average of about 10 mil a player. But Riyad Mahrez, after his performance last week, let me check how many points it was. 21 points. You can't not have him in your team. They've got Fulham and then Man U, and then they've got West Brom straight after that. such an easy run of games, maybe other than Man United. But he's, getting him in the team and getting Fernandes in the team as well as the attack is the reason I've done this free hit. Because, him, Grealish, Mahrez will do better than Grealish if they played this week. It's, Riyad Mahrez and Kevin De Bruyne, I will hope, as Kevin De Bruyne is my captain, I hope they bring me home about 25 points, hopefully. And that's just from 2 of my players. So that would be very, very nice if we can do that. There is also another player in the attack who you could use as your captain this week, and that's Jamie Vardy versus Sheffield United. I did have him as my captain last week against Fulham on Monday, but he only got 5 points, I think it was. He got me the assist, but I can't be having 10 points from my captain when we have people like De Bruyne in the team. Vardy will probably go and bag himself a hat-trick now after I've said that, but, Vardy is still a very good choice. Definitely up front, and that's why I've still got him in my team. Again, now look at this. Shay Adams, all right? I would be willing to pay as much as Werner for Shay Adams, honestly. I reckon he may not, well, maybe not as much as Werner, but like in the 7 to 8 millions. Werner, I think, is a little bit overpriced. He should be about 8.5, but, against Leeds. There isn't too many great attackers. I mean, there's some cheap ones, but then now I had Jimenez there, and unfortunately for Raul Jimenez, he may not ever come back from football. Unfortunately, it's very, very sad for the lad. I hope he gets well soon and can make a full recovery. But let's not go to the deep things. I have brought Timo Werner in. But the person we're talking about right now, Shay Adams, you might be guessing, have got that many funds, maybe 6, 7, 8 mil, 5.9 mil. Shay Adams, 50 points this year. Only 5% select him. And look at those. Brighton, easy points. Sheffield United, very easy points. Arsenal, easy points. Awful defence. It's just so good. 5.9 million. You're spending the same on Shay Adams as you are a defender, a top tier defender. It's, so Chilwell or Shay Adams, you'd rather have Shay Adams in your team, and it's just it's a bit stupid how Fantasy Premier League have made him 5.9 million. Anyway, moving on to the final player. We've talked about him previously. Werner hasn't had too many points this season at 50 points. It's the same as Shay Adams, but, still very good. And he will get you points. So that will be the end of the video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the team. Just put the cheapest people on the bench that you can from each position. Doesn't matter. If you want to use my bench, you can, but saves you time. Just put on the cheapest players. All these players will start their games, I'm pretty sure. So it doesn't really matter. This team, I think, costs about 99.7 million, I think it is. So it is a very good little team. And it's definitely the best team that you can possibly get this game week. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed the video. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you are new around here. For every week from now, we will be making game week videos and fantasy Premier League videos. I hope you enjoy the video, guys, and see you in the next one.